As the 2026 World Cup gets underway, it's the perfect time to look beyond the usual highlights and dive into some of the lesser-known, even secretive stories that FIFA has quietly tucked away. These aren't your typical top 10 World Cup facts. Instead, they reveal the surprising and sometimes controversial moments that show a different side of the football's biggest stage. Let's start in the shadow of World War II, where the iconic Jules Rimet Trophy almost vanished. FIFA Vice President Ottorino Barassi smuggled it out of a bank and hid it in a shoebox under his bed in Italy to keep it safe from Nazi looters. For years, the secret stayed under wraps because it exposed just how vulnerable the trophy was during those chaotic times. Then, there's the curious case of the first ever World Cup hat trick. It was scored by an American, Bert Patenaude, back in the 1930s, but FIFA's official records didn't recognize it until 2006. Decades of oversight or bias against non-European teams kept the fact buried. It's a reminder of how history can be rewritten, sometimes quietly. Fast forward to 1974. In a moment of political desperation during a crushing match against Brazil, Zaire defender Mwepe Lango kicked away a free kick before it could be taken, an act ordered by his president to avoid humiliation. FIFA's official footage downplayed this bizarre episode, but it stands as a powerful symbol of how politics can interfere with the game. Not to be outdone, the 1982 World Cup featured a royal intervention. Kuwait's team stopped playing after a whistle from the stands fooled them, but when France scored anyway, Sheikh Fahad Al Ahmed stormed the pitch, forcing FIFA to disallow the goal. This rare glimpse of royal influence was mostly glossed over in official recaps. One of the sport's greatest comeback stories also has a shadow. Paolo Rossi, Italy's 1982 hero, was banned for match fixing, but had his suspension mysteriously shortened just in time for the tournament. The timing raised eyebrows about FIFA's selective enforcement, though the controversy was quickly buried after Italy's victory. The 1966 Jules Rimet Trophy theft and its recovery by a dog named Pickles is well known. But what's less talked about is the limited police investigation and possible mishandling by authorities. FIFA preferred to keep the story heroic, hiding the more embarrassing details from the public. Then there's Louis Monti, who pulled off a rare feat by playing in World Cup finals for two different countries, Argentina in 1930 and Italy in 1934. FIFA downplayed the story, likely to avoid stirring up debates on nationality, player movement, and political pressures of the era. On a lighter note, the 2006 World Cup in Germany sparked a baby boom. Birth rates jumped over 10% 9 months later thanks to celebrations and, well, plenty of partying. While this social ripper was hardly hidden, FIFA hasn't really highlighted these wild off-field effects in their official legacy reports. Looking ahead to 2026, controversy is already brewing. Reports emerged that a top Somali referee was turned away at the U.S. border due to immigration policies, despite being crucial for the expanded tournament. This quiet border drama shines a light on the tension between FIFA's inclusivity promises and real-world restrictions. Finally, FIFA's new dynamic ticket pricing for 2026 aims to maximize revenue but risks pricing out everyday fans. Behind the scenes, internal debates and early backlash and host states reveal an effort to frame these hikes as market-driven while downplaying their true impact compared to past tournaments. These stories remind us that behind the glory and spectacle, the World Cup has a complex, sometimes hidden history, full of secrets, politics, and surprises. As fans, knowing these layers deepens our appreciation for the beautiful game and the world it reflects.